So the concept of a folding knife with a blade bigger than the handle has been around for a long time. This marbles design dates back to the early 1900s. And you've got this fold-out extension blade guard that covers the tip because obviously the blade is bigger than the handle. There's been a few different companies that have done various type versions of this. Benchmade did the LFK. Andre de Villiers did the Crusher just recently. And then there's other concepts like the Midgard's Messer, where the handle grows and shrinks to accommodate the blade when it's opened and closed. But the collapsing blade from Joseph Varner, Polydont LLC, just takes that concept and stands it on its head and has the actual blade fold down to fit into the handle. You've got about a 4.5-inch blade, and there is a slightly over 7-inch, 4.5-inch handle and slightly over 7-inch blade stuffed in here. It's kind of an assisted opener in that when you push the button, it pops the blade partially open, like so. And then if you do a very natural movement like that, the blade opens up, and then a little squeeze like that locks it in place. Just an absolutely radical concept. This is, I think this might be the newest version. He might have another version since I picked this one up last year. This is the Mark 11. The original version that I got, the earliest version that I have, was the Mark 10 Mod 0. I believe this is the Mark 11 Mod 1, which is slightly larger. It is just so fun. There is just so much going on. You've got all these crazy, insane linkages. Most of the frame, opened out and locked again. Most of the frame is all titanium. This is all blasted titanium. The cutting edge is high carbon steel. All of the handle components are, I believe, 3D printed. I think ABS. I could be wrong. It does lock up. Oops, sorry. It does lock up with, it's got a teeny bit of flex, but there's no actual play anywhere. Yeah. It's got, the vertical is actually very, very stiff. And like I said, there's a little bit of flex in the components overall, but no play to speak of. And it does come quite sharp. I don't think I have a piece of paper laying around here to cut right this second, but it does come with a very nice edge. And there's that. Once you get the hang of it, it is quite easy to one-hand open and close it. Now, obviously, you know, this is not a heavy-duty, gonna go baton firewood knife. This is more of a proof of concept. He builds these because he can. And the amount of engineering that he has put into these to get to this point is just mind-blowing. As of the last time I talked with him, he builds these in very small batches. I hope someday he gets a company to actually produce this concept in a larger production format to get this out into the masses, because it is just wild. I could see it being useful for like a pocket machete, you know, something that's going to be cutting light vegetation and whatnot. Give you a very large cutting edge in a pocket format. That would be very cool. So yeah, it's been a while since I had this one out. Like I said, this is a collapsing blade. from Joseph Varner, Polydont LLC. These, when I purchased this one at the time, if I remember right, these were around $500, which seemed like an insane value to me. I was more than willing to pay that. I don't know what the current pricing on what maybe the current model is. You'd have to reach out to him. But if you're into weird mechanisms, this is definitely a must-have. So there you go.